In this lesson, we're going to learn how to create a solid from surface features. Let's create a new part from your Infinite Skills part template. And I'm going to start with a circle on any plane. It doesn't matter which plane. Sketch out the circle, and then on the Surfaces tab of the Command Manager, use the Extruded Surface feature. Set direction 1 to midplane, and then just drag it out to an arbitrary distance. I want you to notice a couple of things about this surface feature that we've created. The first is that it's hollow. It doesn't have any thickness, so there's just an open edge here. And speaking of an open edge, notice that this open edge is blue. A blue edge like this is an indication that you're working with a surface body, and that surface body has an open edge. There are some settings that control this. One is under Tools Options, Display Selection. Down here in the list, we have Show Open Edges of Surfaces in a different color. To determine which color it is, you'll go to the Colors page, scroll down, and you'll find Surfaces, Open Edges, and this blue color. So anytime you see a surface of any color with a blue edge like this, you know that it's an open edge. Second thing I'd like you to notice about this is that this has no mass. Under Tools, Mass Properties is grayed out. And if we go to the Measure tool and click on the body, all that we get is a surface area. Notice also that the body is listed as a surface body. So we're going to start from an open surface body and create a closed solid body. Let's open another sketch on one of the other planes, not the plane that we originally sketched on. And I'm just going to draw a couple of lines here. These lines are just going all the way across the cylinder. And now we're going to extrude again, and again use the midplane option. The only criteria for this is that these extruded planar surfaces go completely across the cylinder. When I say OK, we see that SOLIDWORKS has added 2 more surface bodies. Now we do have an enclosed volume, and an enclosed volume is one of the things that you need to create a solid in SOLIDWORKS. But we also need an enclosed volume that has no gaps or overlaps. And in this case, we have overlaps where faces don't meet at edges. So the way to create what we're looking for, and there are 2 ways. The first way is to use the Trim feature, and the second way is to use the Intersect tool. Let's first use the Trim feature as the more traditional of the 2. Trim has 2 methods that you can use: Standard, where one body trims another body, or Mutual, where 2 bodies trim one another. So we're going to start from a clean slate here and actually select all 3 bodies. In the Pieces to Keep box, we're going to select all of the faces that it requires to make an enclosed volume. So we need this outside face, and then on the end, we need this end face, and we need this other end face. So that creates a single body, which is now an enclosed volume, but SOLIDWORKS still doesn't think it's a solid body yet. So to make this body solid, what we would do is go to Insert, Boss Base, Thicken, select the enclosed volume, and because it's an enclosed volume, we get this special option called Create Solid from Enclosed Volume. We click on that and say OK. Now SOLIDWORKS recognizes our model as a solid body. Okay, now let's do some variations on this. I'm going to go back and delete this Trim feature. Let's get rid of the Thicken as well. And let's talk about the Intersect tool. Insert, Features, Intersect. Remember that this is new in 2013. What I'm going to do here is select all of the items involved and say Intersect. Those 3 items only give me 1 volume that could possibly make a solid, and so we'll accept that result. So we've got all of the original bodies And then SolidWorks has allowed us to create a solid body out of that. That's pretty nice. It's a new feature. The SolidWorks community hasn't yet figured out a lot of different ways to use it, but we do have a few examples. It is, in essence, a combination of a few tools such as trim, knit, and the other body function, which is split.